extreme acids to develop. And we become increasingly acid with age. And we need to just consider why. Now, I'm saying this because at this evening, we just want to look at the fluids that make up the majority of the body and keeping that balance on the alkaline side. I want to do this because I want us to see the kind of effort it takes to do, and therefore the kind of discipline that we must engage. And to keep this balance, I just wanted, this is how critically important, I don't know if you can see it with the lights on, but that pH balance, that balance between acid and alkaline, it is the master key for how everything in your body functions. So whether you have a strong immunity, whether your cells regenerate healthy, whether your body is able to use nutrition properly, whether your body is able to resist disease properly, everything hinges on the balance of the fluids of these two rivers. Did you get that? Yeah. That is, and I'm simplifying it, but this makes it easy for us to understand. It is the key to the cellular health of the body. Now, in chemistry, this is what the scale looks like. My point in this here that I want to bring out is, in order to stay, that environment of balance is a very narrow window. If you go too far this way, on the alkaline side, you die. The further down you go the scale, or the further up the scale goes, the closer to 14 you go, the more alkaline, the closer you get to death. The more you go on the acid side, the closer you get to death. Once you start to cross 6 on the scale, you start getting sick. Once you start to cross 5, you're in the zone for cancer. And so the window of balance, to keep this scale balanced, is just a narrow window. To keep the two rivers where the cells will not get sick, where the cells function optimally, it just has a small room to move. Now, to keep that window balanced, here's what it takes. It takes 20 blocks on the alkaline side to balance 1 block on the acid side. So for every 1 block of acid that comes in, you need to take 20 blocks of alkaline to balance it back. That's not an easy scale to balance. It is almost impossible to eat this right. And in fact, the eating pyramid that they tell us is of all the food groups, that way is the acid way of eating. That's not even quite correct. But this, I'm just saying the effort that it takes to keep this balance. So you see what it takes. And we're looking at the fluids of the body. Now it's a difficult scale to balance. I want to just take a little look at the blood in a minute and look at how it relates to that. But first, let me do something. I need somebody to bring me some water, please. Just plain water. Do we have any bottled water around? Otherwise, I'll just use oh, we have the filtered water. Bring me some of that, and bring me some regular tap water. One regular tap and one purifier. Just bring a glass so I can pour it. And when we go through years of eating and drinking acid stuff, which is the majority of what we do, we destroy the cellular structures of the body. The wonderful thing is because of how the body is self-healing, when you remove all the impurities and start to feed the right stuff in, and you get the rivers and those streams inside cleaned up and flowing right, it starts to get back like this. It actually comes back being good. And in fact, you can actually start looking younger than you were before. Well, there's, yeah, you could look younger than your age. So 60 is not going to look like 30, but 60 will look better than the average 60. So wait till you see me next year. I am going to, thank you. Which one is which? This is filtered water. There's a filter system we have on in the kitchen. This is filtered, and this is tap. Now you can't tell the difference just by looking at them. So let's just start by let's just start testing the water themselves first. That's tap. Somebody help me to remember which one. I don't really mix them up. This one is filtered. Now it's the same tap water, but it just goes through the filter system. I want to see so I'm not seeing. This measures and it detects the electrical and life energy in the fluids. I'm not seeing anything. And these are plugged in right. That's plugged in right. Is this on? No, okay. No, it's on. Now it's on. So this one is tap. This one is filtered. Nothing. Nothing. So when we drink that, what happens? In terms of life-giving energy, but it will still help with purifying, it will still help with hydration. But in terms of life-giving energy, so let's see now. This bottle has in some bicarbonate of soda. You know what that is? Soda. Yeah. Okay, this has in some bicarbonate of soda. Let me just put a little touch. Okay. And let's put some, I'll open a capsule of this buffer pH. This buffer pH is designed to reduce or remove acid from the body. Bicarbonate of soda is also designed to do the same. So I put most of the capsule in here. Actually, I should have put them in the same kind of water now. One is in tap and one is in filtered, but we saw that both of them had no energy. Now just putting bicarbonate of soda was enough to create enough energy to turn the light bulb on. Just put in some. Now watch the buffer pH. Is it as bright? No. Watch the bicarbonate of soda. That's one simple little test. I'll do a couple other things. Taking some bicarbonate of soda in your waters every day. I'm sorry, those at the back. I hope you did you see? Just put in some baking soda, simple baking soda, non-toxic, safe, inexpensive. Putting that in your water every day is one simple way you can start changing and cleaning those two rivers in your body. Now, because it's 60,000 miles, you can't take this for a week and expect it to change. It takes months to change it. And so, if you are hypertensive, you can't do this. You gotta watch this. This works best on an empty stomach. If your stomach is not empty, it works not as well. But putting some baking soda in your water, taking it at least 3 times a day, and doing that as a habit over time is going to start to remove the years of acid buildup. That's not just in the rivers, but what has gotten into the cells and tissues. And so it takes time. but you will slowly watch a change. Now, when you start to add to that greens, it is going to start to add an element of regeneration that is not possible otherwise. And I'll show you how that works. So you see it's simple. Now let me just say it's a word to those who are hypertensive. Bicarbonate of soda, the bicarbonate is what's very alkaline. Alkaline produces energy. Alkaline oxygenates. Alkaline regenerates. Remember this, acid degenerates, alkaline regenerates. This is a very simple way. Now, if you take this with a stomach that's full of food, the bicarbonates break down into sodium chloride, which is salt, which can send your pressure up. So, but if you took it on a totally empty stomach, where there's nothing to break down, it will go into your bloodstream as bicarbonates, which is alkaline. So, it doesn't mean if you're hypertensive, you can't, but you need to be very careful. It must be on an empty stomach. Those who are not hypertensive, you don't have that to worry about.